Okay, so I'm in Walmart and summer school summer camp or whatever has officially started for Amara. So I need to get her some bug spray, some sunscreen, and all this other stuff. But she actually has some of this sunscreen at home. But they recommended to get the bigger bottle. But the bigger bottle is like $11. So we're gonna have to use the one she got at home first. But I don't even know where to get any bug spray at. This is for the adult section. We need the kid section right here. I don't even know where to get her any bug spray. I mean, does she really need both? Sometimes I feel like they just be putting stuff on the list. But anyway, I'm going to keep what she has at home, and I'm going to try to go find the bug spray. I don't know where. I don't even know where I would look at. Like, is it over here? I need some help. These are all sunscreens. So, I don't... Yeah, these are all sunscreens. Okay, let me go try to find somebody to help me with this bug spray. Okay, so I was able to get somebody to help me. But y'all won't even believe, I just cracked my whole entire protector screen. You can't even see it, but I'm so glad I have these protectors on my screen because my phone would have been shattered. Anyway, we're like in the camping kind of aisle. So let me see. I need... Where does it... Wait a minute. Is this it? Oh. Oh, okay. Is this it? Yes. Okay. Adults and kids, non-greasy, effective, up to 6 hours from mosquitoes. I mean, is that like all bugs though? Cause we can roll with it. Why is it $9 for some damn spray? Okay, I guess. Oh God, these kids are expensive. Okay. All right, so I guess this will do. I guess. I don't know. Oh Jesus, between the bug spray and the sunscreen, I'm already at like $20. Let me hurry up. Okay, so now I need to get her some socks. They said she needs some long socks. So I don't know if these would be too big for her though. I don't think they would. I can't remember the shoe size that she wears, but I don't want these to be too big. But they say she gotta have long. And Amara kind of got like a little bit of fat feet, so. But why are socks so expensive? $9 for a pair of socks? Maybe I'm just cheap. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I am too cheap nowadays. Is that what it is? Am I too frugal? Because this is ridiculous. These are cute. But they don't want ankle socks. They wanted long socks. So I guess I'll get her these because these are the only ones look like they're long socks. I just don't want them to be too big. I think she can fit them though. Oh, let me see. She is a size... Okay, we'll just roll with it. I don't care. That's fine. We'll do this. Okay, so... Alright, so it is the next day, and Amara has her first... Remember I told you guys, it is their official summer camp at daycare, so they have their first trip today. And where are you guys going today, Mama?
We're going to the zoo.
They got their little shirt that everybody has to wear. They got their water bottle.
Look.
They got their
Wait, don't tell me.
I guess it's like medieval times or something theme or whatever.
This is empty.
Yeah. Okay, so I went to the store. You guys know I went to the store.
But why
I
did
thought
you buy this?
don't spray that. I put the lock on there. Leave it alone. Don't put it back in there because I don't want you to spray in your face. So I thought she had a lot in that bottle that she just put away. I thought she had a lot in there. She didn't really get a lot. So now I actually have to go back and buy some more sunscreen. But what happened?
It's tangled.
It's okay. So yeah, so I gotta go back to Walmart and buy some sunscreen because she really don't have any. She got maybe 2 days left of it. It's okay. So anyway, so yeah, so today is her trip. Are you excited?
Yes.
You don't sound excited. I tried to braid her hair, y'all, with my nails. I can't. I'm not that. I see. I'm barely, you know, doing well. Well, let me not do that because I do good. I'm learning, and I've been getting better at braiding her hair. But with nails, now that's a whole nother level. I don't see how you girls do it. I don't see how my mom did it. She had 3 girls. What is it, baby? Yes.
When you were a kid and I told you a game and you said you lied before. She lied before.
She asked me if I lied before I told her here. She's like, what? She's like, I'm telling Nana. I said, she the one I lied too. Okay, so I was going to put you guys up here where I had you guys the last time, but it shakes too much. And I'm hoping the footage from the last vlog is not, I'm hoping I ain't got y'all a little seasick. Well, we're not in water, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to put you on the good old dashboard. So yesterday, well, last night, right? You guys know I love Craig the Writer Stewart. I love him down. He's a great, I think he's a great human being based off the things that I've seen and the type of work he does within the Black community, and the gay Black community, because he's a gay man and a proud, you know, gay man. Oh, happy Pride Month. It is Pride Month. Today is June 3rd. So yeah, and I was watching his live last night and on YouTube, and when I tell you, there are moments where I catch his videos and it be right on point. And this is one thing I wanted to say. A couple days ago, when I had the issue, when I got into the argument with my son's father and my son, it was so crazy because I think that either that same day or that following night, I watched one of Craig's lives. I think he did it on a Saturday. I watched one of his lives, and he was talking about his relationship with his mom and his dad, and how their divorce really affected his relationship with his father. And he was talking about how the father was affected by the divorce, and how he, you know, I guess hated his mom or didn't like his mom or was upset or hurt by his father was hurt by his mom. I guess allegedly or whatever, the father cheated on his mom, whatever. But anyway, because of that, because the father was hurt during the divorce, it affected his relationship with Craig, his son. And Craig was like, you know, listen, as parents, Craig is not a father. He doesn't have any children, but he was saying from his experience when he was younger, and he was telling his audience, like, you know, whatever issues you're going through with the mother of your child or children, or the father of your child or children, you got to put that to the side for the sake of your kids. And it was so crazy that I caught that during the moment of, you know, my frustration and anger from my arguments with my son and his father. And I was just like, this was so on point. And it kind of made me question slightly a little bit, like, you know, am I doing the right thing by bringing him back home, you know, or is this confirmation that what I'm saying and what I'm saying about his father, my son's father, and what I feel like he should do as a parent, is this confirmation that I'm right? You know what I'm saying? It was just interesting how that came along. It was interesting how that video came about on the same day or so during that moment. And then last night, Craig the Writer Stewart was talking about I'll show you guys the maybe I'll put it right here. I'll show you the meme or whatever that a friend sent to Craig the Writer Stewart, and then he posted it on his social media. And he was just like, Craig's story about how he was a struggling author, and how he, you know, had 4 repossessions, how he had 16 overdrafts, how he was sleeping on people's couches. Hold on. Oh my God, I'm so frustrated. I missed a block or whatever, a grocery order recording. Sometimes the notification, the grocery order for Amazon Flex, you guys know I do that, and I do them in the morning before work, and I missed a notification came to my phone, but because I'm recording on my phone, it's like the notification comes in after the fact, and by that time it already passed, so I didn't have the opportunity to click on it and accept it. I hope another one comes through, because I don't want to be rushing. Me doing this in the morning. So I don't know if I told you guys, and I'm gonna get back to the story with the Craig Ryder Stewart. I stopped doing flex on the weekends. I stopped for about maybe 3 weeks to a month now. Because, you know, I wanted to get back to doing my YouTube and getting back on my platforms, and creating content. And because you guys know I had a slumber or whatever, and me working on the weekends, it was a lot. Not only was I not able to make content, but I was kind of like neglecting my duties, you know, neglecting my home as far as, you know, cleaning and stuff. Not saying my house is dirty or nothing like that, but you know, when you work Monday through Friday, you use your weekends to do your errands, go to the grocery store, clean your house, you know, things like that. And so I wasn't doing those things. I was doing those things in between, which was draining me out even more during the week. I would, you know, go to the store after work if I need to get a couple groceries, you know, or whatever. So I'm like, you know, I don't have my weekends anymore. I'm working a full-time job and Monday through Friday. And then also I'm working Monday through Friday. And then I'm also driving, you know, Saturday and Sunday. And, you know, I just don't have any time. I'm just always chasing a dollar. And I'm going to try to learn to stop doing that. I'm going to try my best to stop trying to chase a dollar. Which will tie me into the conversation I'm going to continue to have about Craig the Ryder Stewart and his live yesterday. But I be so tired, and I don't have any time to do the things I want to do creatively. And so, and you know, I always have my daughter with me and my mom, and so I was tying up her weekend. Amara would just be, even though she'll have her tablet and, you know, she could just sit and chill, you know, still keeping the child cooped up in the car for a couple of hours. She wasn't complaining too much about it, but you know, in due time she'll get restless and stuff. And so I'm like, you know, I need to just, I don't know, not risk, but I may have to, I can't think of the proper word, but I may have to go without, you know, as far as the money that I will make during Saturday and Sunday blocks. I will have to either figure out something else, because I can't, you know, it's like especially when you're trying to chase your dreams and you're trying to be an entrepreneur, or you're trying to, you know, do something that's very passionate to you. You have to create time, and some things you may have to forego. Some things you may have to take a risk on to complete, or to invest in this project, or whatever it may be. And so if that is money, if I have to subject to not having that money that I will make on the weekends, even though I need it, but not having to, you know, not making that money so I can invest in something for the long term. Because when I say I'm serious about content creating and YouTube, and not just a content creator, but me being able to live my life the way I want to live my life and share that with people, really means a lot to me. It's not about like doing prank videos, and like, I'm not that kind of content creator. I'm looking at the notifications. I'm not that kind of content creator. You know, having to, not even, you know, a lifestyle, you know, type of, I may eventually get into that type of aesthetic, but I just love the fact that I can live my life out on camera, share my true authentic experiences as a mom, as a a thriving or striving to be a thriving entrepreneur, as a single mom, I should say, and just the trials and tribulations I have been through or that I've experienced, that I'm currently going through, being able to just live out loud in my truth and who I am, and be relatable, and also make money from that. And not even just that, but the freedom that I will get from doing this, not having to clock in somebody else's, somebody else's time card or whatever, clocking somebody else's job, a job not telling you when you can and cannot do things. You can and cannot go on vacation. You got to ask permission if you want to go, on a vacation, you want to take a day off, like those kind of things. It's like having the freedom from that and making your own schedule. And I will say, and I do acknowledge that I understand that being your own boss and being an entrepreneur can be very hard if you don't have discipline. And I was actually thinking about this a while back. I'm glad that I have kids, because kids put you on a time. It should, if you are an organized person, or if you care about being organized and being, structured, and productive. Kids put you on a schedule. And so what I mean by that is having to get them up at a certain time, feed them, take them off to school, pick them up, feed them, homework, baths. Like, that is a schedule, right? When you are an entrepreneur, yes, you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. You can wake up at whatever time you want to wake up. You can eat, whenever you want to. You can go to bed whenever you want to. You can have the freedom to say, listen, I don't want to work right now. I'm going to take the next 3 days off and do nothing. You can have the freedom to do whatever you want. But if you give yourself too much freedom and you lack structure, your business can fail. Or you as a person can fail because you're not productive. You're not using your time wisely. You're not going about life in a manicured, structured way that will allow you to progress, right? So even though I'm going to be my own boss, I know what it is to get up in the morning. I'm still going to have to do that. I have a 6-year-old. I'm still going to have to get up in the morning. And so, which means I'm still going to I may not be going to clock in somebody else's clock, but I'm still getting up to prepare for the day. I'm not sleeping in till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't. And even if I can, my body and my mind probably wouldn't even allow me to do that too often, because I would feel like, okay, you're wasting time. But what I'm saying is, I know that I still have to be structured. I know that I still have to be productive, even though I have my own schedule. And so having kids, you always will have that structure. If you are a good parent, you'll always have that structure to get up in the morning. Don't sleep in until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't be up until 2 o'clock in the morning. You'll always have that structure of getting up, getting prepared for the day. Keeping your house clean, doing your errands, doing certain things at a certain time, because then you got to pick the kid up from school. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate having my children, because it does keep me productive. It does keep me structured. But anyway, yeah, so I stopped driving. And so now I said, well, I'll just stop driving on the weekends unless I really, really, really have to. And I'll just transfer that into driving in the mornings, because I was also driving in the morning doing grocery orders. Like, I'm hustling, bustling. You hear me? I'm getting up in the morning. It's 7:10 right now. Usually I try to get here about like 6:45, 6:50. I fail every time. But getting up in the morning, dropping her off at daycare, right? Coming here, trying to get an order, start work at 9 a.m., get off at 5:30 p.m., go get my daughter, you know what I'm saying? And Monday through Friday, this is Monday through Friday, and then weekends I'm driving again. Like, I was just always chasing after $1. Still am. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so there was no time for me to get back to my platform. There was no time for me to be creative. There was no time for me to really post, any kind of content, yet let alone make it. So I was just like, you got to forfeit something, because if you really want to be a full-time content creator, you have to put in the work. You have to make the content. You have to figure it out. So I had to forego the weekends, which I love though. I couldn't even remember the last time I woke up on a Saturday. Mind you, not having to be forced to wake up at an alarm clock would just wake up, you know? I can't remember when the last time I woke up, not from an alarm clock, but was able to just wake up naturally and just lay there. And, you know, just be able to make some breakfast, you know, catch up on my shows that I've missed during the week. It just felt so good. Now I primarily use the weekend to edit and stuff like that and create some content. You know, I'm still somehow, some way doing some kind of work, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not, you know, and even though I'm blessed to have this opportunity to make this extra money, it weighs a lot on me. I've always had some kind of hustle, whether it was when I was back in Illinois, I was doing Uber. Then I did Lyft when I lost my job. So I did both at the same time. I got here. I started doing DoorDash, tried to sign up for Uber Eats. Couldn't do that. That was a mess. And then I did Amazon. I'm doing Amazon Flex. Like, I'm always having some kind of side job. Even when I was in Illinois, I used to work at 2 different McDonald's at the same time. Or I worked for a healthcare. I worked for United Health Group. And then I would go to my second job, which was McDonald's. I was always having some second job. And yet it was still never enough money. But I'm always hustling. I'm always having some kind of second job. And it was, I'm drained, y'all. I'm drained. I'm tired of this, right? I've been doing it for a long time. And so I'm tired of having to do all of this. And I was just like, listen, it may hurt my pockets if I stop driving on the weekends, but at least I'll have as part of my sanity back. Because driving it's easy money and it's fast money. Don't get me wrong, but it weighs a lot on you physically and your car. And, you know, just having to go to these homes and sometimes having big packages and then apartments, and people don't give you gate codes and they don't give you, you know, it's just, it could be a hassle sometimes, not all the time. It could be a hassle sometimes. And it's just like, is all of this worth me busting my butt for little to nothing? Again, it's a great opportunity. I am excited to do it when Josiah gets here. I'm getting very excited for him to come back. But Amazon Flex has its pros and cons. When my son gets here, because he does it, since I've started, which was, July 5th will be a year I've been doing Amazon Flex. My son, he did it one time with me, and that was when he came here for Christmas last year. He loved it. He loved it. I think he made like, how much money did he make? He made a couple hundred. We would split it. He made a couple hundred, but he loved it. And I think it's a great opportunity for him, because you don't have to, he's 16, and you know, around this age, they want money. They want to be able to do things, go out with their friends, and they don't want to always ask their parents for money, or if their parent don't have it. So this was a great opportunity for him to make some extra money and not actually have to sign up for a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, apply for a job. And I told him, I said, depending on what happens in the next 2 years, if he go off to college, if he's still at home, whatever, I said, you could actually do this, you know, once you turn 18 and you get your own car, you can actually sign up to do this yourself. And it's, to me, it's for a person of that age. Now not like an adult like me. I mean, push come to shove, this your only income, do what you got to do. I'm not a hater, or I'm not, you know, judging or whatever. But for his age and young children, young kids and stuff, that's a perfect way to make money with your parent. You don't have to apply for no job. You help them out, deliver the packages. All he's doing is going to the, which it's a win-win. I don't want to having to keep getting up every 2 minutes. If you don't do Amazon Flex, you don't know, but you're literally getting out the car every 2 minutes, because a house can be down this street, over here. They're like 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes it's like 5 minutes away, but they're really close, right? So you're getting out the car every 2 seconds. And it's like, God, like imagine you have 49 packages. You're getting out of the car 49 times every 2 minutes. Like, it may not seem like it's a lot, but when you keep doing it, you get tired, okay? But my son, he's younger, you know what I'm saying? He got the energy, he got the stamina, he can do that. And so he didn't mind, he didn't mind doing those things. And so he liked it. And I'm just driving. I'm sitting here, he getting out. Hey, it's a win-win, okay? So, and he gets, he gets half of the portion or whatever. And he got money in his pocket. So I love it in that dynamic. And I am excited because I will be able to, which is contrasting what I'm about to say. But I am going to be able to drive more with him. I couldn't drive a lot because I have Amara and my mom works. So for instance, if I want to do a block after work, I either didn't drive after work because it got dark, right? But now that it's the summertime, it gets darker later, right? So if I want to take a block after work, I could do that now because I have my son with me. He'll be able to, and I don't like to drive. I just said that, right? I don't like to drive in the dark. And so, my mom, she works. I don't have her. She doesn't go with me during the week, right? So if I want to go driving, I have to have my daughter with me, and it's dark outside. I'm not doing that by myself. But now that I have my son with me, and now that it gets darker later, it'll be a nice opportunity for me and him to, take a couple blocks, out the week at night or whatever, or in the evening. I'm still going to be careful, because he's still a teenager. He's still going to have school. So I'm not going to overwork him at all. I'm not going to overwork myself. But it's just a great opportunity. So I say all that to say I'm appreciative, and I'm trying to use Amazon Flex the best way that I can. But overall, I'm just tired of hustling and bustling. I really am. But I'm excited. I'm excited for him. He gets this opportunity for him to save money. I already have a bank account for him. I opened up another. He'll learn how to use his money. He has a debit card, all that. So when he gets here, I'm going to give it to him. And I'm going to teach him how to, save his money, how to use his money, things of that nature. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for him. I'm very excited for us. But getting back to Craig the Writer Stewart, right? And how all that can tie into the video that I seen yesterday. He was talking about his struggles and things he went through, and repossessions of his cars and overdraft fees and sleeping at different people's houses while he was trying to pursue his dream as an author. He wrote his book and he's trying to sell his books and stuff. And he just went through a lot. And he was just, a lot of the things that he was saying was so relevant to me. And it was just like, listen, I can't, you guys are on my phone, so I can't read the message, but I think I may have posted it, or I'll post it again too. But it was just pretty much like, and I'm just going to sum it up, right? I'm not going to say a word from word because I can't remember word from word or whatever, but I'm just going to say, and these were things I was already thinking and that I knew. Hold on, guys, hold on.
I'm thinking you were made for me.